Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Ascension message. My name is Bobby Richardson. I'll be your guide for today. Trying something different. I'm going via Zoom into YouTube. So we'll see how this works because when I go straight to YouTube, it seems to be very glitchy. And I thought I'd try something different. So sorry about the intro and me looking at it blankly. It's just I'm trying to get used to how this actually works. But here we are. So here's another beautiful broadcast. I'm just going to see if I can bring up the chat bar as well. It's a bit different because I have two windows open here and I'm not used to that. I'm not really sure if this is going to work. Let's see what happens. Might be a bit of a delay with the chat bar too. Oh, hi, Leanne. Well, that was quick. Okay, so this morning with this reading, I want to tap into something that I've just kind of worked out for myself. A lot of us light workers are here to clear ancestral karma. And when we're clearing this karma, we go through what our ancestors and everyone else before us and our bloodline have been through. So just to take an example, our bloodline might be that anything to do with the feminine side, so we're talking artistic, intuitive, spiritual nature, all of that sort of feminine, juicy stuff, music, actress, whatever, actors, they you might want to try to leap into something like that, but your ancestral karma has been like, no, that's just a hobby. No, you need a male to support you. You're never going to find the finances to be able to support that. You can do it, but it's just going to be like an airy-fairy thing, you know, a hobby, that sort of stuff. And then you might step into it. This could be anything, by the way. I'm just taking a example from my own story. And then you start to step into it and you find that everywhere you turn, you get a block, like someone's not supporting you, people aren't supporting you, because that's what that ancestral karma was all about and what our ancestors had to put up with in all of those generations and lives before that. So what I'm wanting to bring this up for is when we get to a point where we've gone through all of that karma and we've felt into it, we've acknowledged that we've had, you know, the backlash of people or males not helping us or whatever it is that you brought into your reality, because you did bring it into your reality through the ancestral karma and the DNA bloodline of your body, feeling like it needs to go through that story again and again and again. When you get to a point where you go, I see the story, I understand its ancestral karma, because I looked back in my ancestral heritage and found that all of my feminine side were either actresses or artists, and they were all married to soldiers or politicians, and they weren't allowed to express their creativity in a way or in a fashion that made them be supported. There was only one person in my reality, in my ancestral heritage, Mary Tribe, who is a famous artist. That was the only one. The rest of them were all like, you're just a hobby, so you're not going to get anywhere. But she had a lot of gumption, right? She was teaching back then to try to shift that ancestral karma. So here I am now, and I'm stepping into my cleared ancestral karma, and I'm starting to see rewards coming. Just be aware that when that happens and rewards start to come your way from the work that you're doing and clearing their ancestral karma, that you might feel wobbly because you've never felt that in this life before. You might have felt it in previous lives, and you have a knowing and a feeling of what it feel like to be your authentic self, but it might feel wobbly, and then you might want to go back into hermit stage for a little bit. Allow that process to happen, but also be aware of it as well, so that you can then, when you feel ready, you can start to project out to the universe that you're ready to take the next step. Instead, if you hide away from that feeling of, oh, I don't know, you'll end up getting sick. You'll end up feeling something will happen to you to slow you down, because you're not in balance with your authentic self and stepping into that cleared karma. It's kind of like if you won, like for instance, $2 million all of a sudden it's in your bank account, you kind of, I know what I would do. I would like sit on that for a moment, because you have to get used to the vibration of where that's going to take you. You don't want to like just waste it. And so I personally probably sit on it for a few months and just go, I'm just going to wait and see how I feel in a month or two, because you have to kind of catch up to that cleared karma. It's kind of like that, like you're stepping into something that's brand new for you to feel into. Yay. Hey Shanti, I will show your show. I see it's going to be a bit different. Okay, we've got Shanti, Liz, Jules, Cheryl. Good to see you guys. It's going to be a bit weird, because when I go back onto the YouTube to say hi to you guys, it ends up, I just see a blank look on my face, on like it's delayed. So this is going to be interesting how this actually works. But yeah, I'm going through Zoom, through YouTube. Anyways, let's get into the first. Oh, it's interesting. We've got a couple of cards misplaced there. Misplaced cards. Okay. We'll go into this general reading, and then we will go into free chat bar readings. So sorry if there's a bit of a delay. Okay, I'm shuffling away, right? And these cards here, in one, there's 3 of them that came out. They stuck in my handle of my suitcase. I have my computer sitting on my suitcase, and they stuck in the handle like that. So that's really interesting too. I'm just taking this all on board to see what I can kind of integrate it into the reading as well. So general reading. Okay, it's funny how this 8 of Chalice keeps coming up. We have 3 cards. We have the Ace of Swords. So new beginnings in our understanding of our reality. We have the 8 of Chalice, which came up last week. And the 8 of Chalice is recognizing that the cups are all empty that we've been through, and we're now walking away and moving into something new. We're prepared to let go of an old pattern. We're prepared to let go of our old reality, of our old life. But this is a brand new beginning. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, 4 of Pentacles, when it's upright, is it's got kind of like a protection, hoarding of your finances and your abundance and your wealth, and making sure that you're always going to be prepared for the future. It's taking care of your wealth as well. But when it's in reverse, we're starting to realize that vibration of hoarding everything is not allowing the abundance to flow, because abundance in its true natural form would be an awareness that our vibration is always bringing in the right amount, and then always letting out the right amount, like letting go of the right amount. So we're always in this natural flow of energy where we don't have to like protect anything, because even if we say, okay, someone else can have that crown pentacle there, because I know that I just have to stay in this vibration. It's got nothing to do with the pentacle that's on top of my crown anymore. It's got everything to do with how I feel about myself. That is the most important thing. And that will bring in more abundance and awareness. The other message that I got from Spirit this week was the universe will bend to you. And that's such a valuable message of realizing and taking responsibility of self, that as you clear all old programs, all old karma and everything, that you're stepping into this new vibration of who you are, that you're taking responsibility for who you are, that you start to see that the universe, your reality, the universe is only from your perception, right? And you have all the tools that you've gathered from your past, which are valuable for you. And that's authentically unique to you, to step into this new vibration where the universe is bending to your will, and your will is what you feel about yourself. And that was a really powerful message. Like we're starting to really step into, especially the light workers have done all the shadow work, we're starting to step into now the vibrations of creation, of how we are we are the queen and the king and the empress and the emperor. We are everything, all of the tarot deck. We are all of the tarot deck wrapped into one, into ourselves, and we can take each one of those cards out, each one of those tools out, and use it as a gift for when we need it, for when something happens in our reality. And so when something comes at us that's not in alignment with what we feel, we look at our tools and we say we're going to stand with grace, and we're going to only project what we know of ourselves, of our strength. And that means that when we step into awkward situations from that strength, that the universe will start to gift us all that we say we are worth. So that's really powerful message too that they just brought through. Okay, hey Cheryl, hey Liz. Show Shanti again. Show Shanti. I have to keep going back onto. Okay. What are those cards? I love them. These cards are. I actually haven't got the box. Oh, I might have the box. I'll have a look. Hang on. I think that these cards are, sorry, had to go down then to get the box. The new vision. So that's those cards that we're using at the moment. Right, let's get into clarifying. That card wanted to come out. And interesting that those three just flew out all together and stuck in the handle of a suitcase. It's almost like the guides are saying, get ready to travel. You are there. You are on in the handle of the suitcase itself. You have everything you need now to move forward into this new reality. But it is when we do really step into this new vibration of creating from the inside out, and we really do that. Like, you can say you do it, but then you fall back on old patterns. But when you take responsibility of it 100%, it is a whole. It might feel, like I said before, with that karmic ancestral karma, feel wobbly as well, because it's a brand new reality. It's a brand new step that we're taking responsibility for as well. It's not taken lightly. We should never take things lightly, because we still have the memories of the old program that's been before us. So we must be careful to not to see them as memories in an old reality. And something that brought us into the vibration of losing ourselves, just so that now when we step into this new, taking responsibility fully with 100% of our reality from the inside out, that we can see the difference and then help others, guide them as well. Going on many adventures, yeah, we are. So the card that just fell out then was the Empress, and I'm so not surprised. You know, one of the major cards of the tarot deck. And Empress is self-nurturing. She's very powerful. We've always been taught that, you know, the feminine side of ourselves, which is which is in touch with our emotions. In other words, we allow our emotions to purge, and we allow them to come forward. We allow them to show us our way. We always were taught that that's a weak thing, but it's actually a very strong thing, because when you stunt your emotions, you stunt your growth. And so you end up just repeating the same problem over and over again. So the Empress is sharing with us her nurturing abilities to allow our emotions to be our guide, and for us to express them in the way that we need in the moment. And then, like a little child does when they step into their emotions, 5 seconds later, you know, you can easily deter, like get a child to look at something else. And then they're all of a sudden really happy. And an adult knows that of a child, because a child is living in the moment. But if you tried that with more of an adult, they'd be like, oh, but I remember that you did that, or I remember that happened. And they don't live in the moment. So just remembering that if you're in control, or if you're using your emotions, if you're using your emotions in the appropriate manner, then it would be more of a quick thing. I'm just going to take a glass of water. I can feel a scratch in my throat, and I'm just being careful because I've had a cold, if you can't hear. And I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to start coughing and spluttering all over you guys. Okay, so we've got 5 of Cups and the Palace of Wands have come out, and they're both in reverse. So the 5 of Cups in reverse is she's looking at the 3 that are down here and worrying about the past. In reverse, it is saying we still see the 3. And this is what I was just saying. We still see the past, but we're not allowing it to become our future anymore. In reverse means that we're not allowing it anymore. We also have the Palace of Wands, which is in reverse. It was either me drinking water through this reading or me not doing it at all, so you just have to put up with that. Palace of Wands in reverse is so we are stepping into now grounding. In reverse, in upright, it would be like we're grounding our environment. We're creating what we really deserve in our environment. We're allowing it to come to us. In reverse is, again, I'm getting the feeling that this is the next step, that we are going to learn to literally see the grounding of our environment becoming what we are feeling from the inside out. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, hey Mark, good to see you guys. Yeah, so I just went through a massive shift within my own reality, and even seeing it in my environment, and it's almost like my body just went, I don't know. And yes, I caught a cold, and I should have probably slowed down a bit more and just taken some time out to myself. And but it's all good. It's moving through now, so that's great. Now we're going to go to, not that I haven't taken time out to myself, I have, but yeah, we'll just get some oracle cards anyway. But yeah, it was a big shift, like a big shift. Alrighty then. So we've got transformation. See, I'm so not surprised that these cards have actually come out. So we have transformation, and then the next one is going with the flow. So transformation, I'm really seeing these wings are standing out to me at the moment. A strong connection. They're showing me our guides just above us, helping us but not interfering. Our guides are like, it's like a clear channel to them now, and so that they're watching us create it from the inside out ourselves, instead of giving us massive signs and saying go this way, this way, this way. They're stepping back, still got the clear channel information so that when you ask for it, you will be gifted it straight away in real time. But they're watching your glow up from the inside out. That's what I'm feeling with this transformation. And going with the flow is literally for ourselves to keep taking big, deep breaths, and trusting this process of moving down the river, knowing that where we're going is, we might come across a small waterfall now, but nothing massive, and it's going to start clearing a path into. They're literally showing me a scene from a dream that I've had where I jumped into a train, a little go-kart kind of a train thing, and it was all golden hue around this train, and we moved we're following a river through a forest, and then it opened out into a shoreline onto the ocean, and everyone was just in this blissful state of awareness where we knew that nobody had any control over us anymore, and we were just stepping into this wonder of who we were. It was a really beautiful, beautiful dream, and they're literally showing me that as we go down this river and trusting the flow of the light of life. Really nice feeling there for the general. And it's a big shift for the general reading, but I'm just going to go with what I feel. Morning, Joe. Hey, Sasha. Good to see you guys. I'll pick an angel card as well. I'm really feeling, and also I might pick have another card there. Okay, so we have, for the angel cards, we have soulmate. So really bringing in our magnetizing those people to us that are genuinely, as we genuinely take back our authentic nature, we're magnetizing our soul tribe towards us, the people that will only be there to lift you up and make you feel like you deserve only the best, and also because that reflection is going to expand eventually into community where it's interesting. They're showing me also, it's like there's familiar soul tribe members that are going to come, but it's not going to stop there. It's going to, when that happens, it's like a light that comes out of all of those people that are together, either whether it's one couple or many, like a few soul tribe members that have had a mission to find each other through their own self growth and shadow work. And then when they come together, they literally shift everyone else that is just in their outside immediate, maybe bloodline families and all that. They start shifting as well, because it's too juicy, it's too beautiful not to trust. Yeah, where the other side of the coin is to trust someone that's constantly telling you what to do through fear. So that's how we're sort of shifting the world from the inside out, through that soulmate kind of feeling from within. Mark, the energies feel free and sort of open and exposed to beneficial but weird way. Yeah, I like when I stepped into this knowingness of that the universe was going to bend to my will. It was over a little bit overwhelming in the respect of what was going on and how everything was shifting so quickly. But we do need to go with the flow, right? Yeah, everyone in this chat is beautiful. I love this beautiful little family. It's probably going to get bigger. Also, I have I'm going to be doing an interview with Kevin Moore on Friday, which probably won't be broadcast or published for another month or so because that's how he works. But that's coming up as well. And yeah, thanks to everybody for the support with Leona's video. I had a chat style interview video with her. She's created a psychic school and it is going off, like it's beautiful. What she's done with those children is just amazing, and I can see that expanding out as well. So let's see what card came out from this deck. We have the storyteller. Intention. I am the narrator of my life. See how perfect that is? Even the cards, like, I love it how the cards just say exactly what I'm already just said, because it's just confirmation for everybody to realize this is where we're going. We are becoming the storyteller of our reality, of our life. And it's not coming from a fear of, oh my God, what happens if I think something wrong and then that's going to come true too. It's not coming from that. It's not coming from our thoughts anymore. It's coming from a knowing of who we are. So our thoughts constantly wash over us and they tell us silly little things and blah, 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 but we're not taking them as literal anymore. We're not taking them as the manifestation. We're taking the manifestation from within us and our core beliefs of who we know we are. There's a difference. Yeah, so that's really cool. So we are the storyteller, not from our mind. We don't have to worry about those silly little stories, but from our core belief of who we know we are and how we're stepping into our next story and what we want to create. Thanks, Sumac. That was an amazing interview. Thank you. Yeah, it was. She's an amazing person, and she's been kind of hidden doing her work, you know. So I really wanted to help her come out. And another thing that's coming up in the next month is that I'm going to be visiting Mary Rodwell. So we'll see what happens from that too. Hi, beautiful souls. Hey, Paula. Yeah, I thought I might get a hypnotherapy session with her just out of interest, and I'm not sure whether I will, but I might like take photos or something. I'm not sure how I'm going to present that one, whether I am or not, or yeah, we'll just see how it all goes. Love that chat about the kids. Always been able to see with my eyes closed for years but didn't trust it. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? When you see the children doing it, then they're teaching us, right? Because they're coming from a non-programmed place and they just trust. And I've certainly had moments where I've experienced it, but to see them just doing it, like, oh yeah, of course, it's natural. What else? And like Leonie kept saying, she has to try to find new and wonderful things to keep them interested, because they're just like, what's next? What's next? You know, we've done that. That's easy. You know, we've read that without our eyes. That's easy. I remember seeing something about this sort of work in, I think it was in China. They created psychic schools and they were finding the children were just clicking into it like that. Yeah. Okay. How much time we're done? Okay, let's get into a couple of We'll just do a couple of, pull one more card. I have this feeling to pull one more card. And I'll do an Alice in Wonderland card. I think that's my Alice in Wonderland deck. Actually, this one is. Yeah. One more card, and then we're definitely going to do a couple of free chat bar readings as well, because I always do that. So, Alice in Wonderland. For some reason, Alice in Wonderland is coming into my reality a lot lately. But one of the biggest things that they brought up with me was when she went to share a cake. And she went to chop it into pieces for everybody and didn't know how many pieces to chop. And then the queen somebody come up to her and said, "You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to give it out, and then it just chops itself." And really, that's what we're doing. Is we are, instead of logifying everything and making it compartmentalized for our life, we're stepping into the feeling and the vibration of knowing who we are and then trusting the outcome. Okay, Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. A good message for everybody. General reading. The cards are sticking to my fingers. So I have a heater going on in here to keep it warm. I'm in the middle of winter here in Australia. But I'm getting a bit hot under the core, and so my cards are stuck on. I might just, I'm feeling that one. Okay. So this is what we got. Mortality. Ooh, it looks a bit doomed, doesn't it? Life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. Life is brief. And that's so true, isn't it? This is a small, even this whole big, 80, 100 years, whatever you're going to live in this life, 120, it's still a very small amount for your whole big soul's evolution. It is brief. It is bright. We are stepping into that brightness. Beautiful and yours to live. And taking that responsibility back of who you are in this life, yours to live, nobody else's. Nobody can tell you what you deserve. Nobody can tell you what you should do. Nobody should tell you any of that, because they don't know how you feel, what you've been through in your past. You are the greatest. You need to take responsibility, because you are the one that knows everything that you've been through. You're the one that knows the tools that you've found. You're the one that knows how to progress through all of that diversity that you've been through. You. Nobody else can really tell you. When you're searching outside yourself, you're allowing ego to tell you that others know better than you. And it's because you're not trusting who you are on the inside out. Okay, flash of excitement to be lived and appreciated. Okay, who wants a reading? We'll do a couple of quick readings here. Four of Wands, just for the general. Four of Wands, coming into celebrations, unity, exploration, creating community, all of that sort of stuff. Final one. So we have, for free chat bar, Leanne. Two of Cups, Leanne. So you know what, straight away I got is lovers in the air. That's so interesting. Two of Cups, unity. Somebody coming into your life that's going to reflect how you truly feel about who you are. And I feel you've done so much work on yourself that it's going to be a wow. Wow, that person really gets me. That person, this is easy, that sort of feeling for you. How beautiful is that? Okay, so we'll go into Paula. Paula, you got the Hermit. So the Hermit for you is to self-reflection. This is a really valuable time for you. It is when the Hermit card comes up, it means that we can start to finally internalize and come back to self and realize who we truly are. It's the wise soul within you that is wanting to feel that, like feel how wise, how amazing, how incredible you are, how you can use that wisdom and step into feeling like a master of your life. And when we do it in Hermit stage, it's so that we can prepare for when we move out into the world again to really become that. So others might even not recognize who you are when you do finally step out. So that was for Paula. Jules. I'm just doing really quick ones today because I'm making sure I don't cough and splutter all over you guys. So, Jules, we've got Queen of Wands, and it came out with the Five of Wands. So, you've been fighting to become this Queen of Wands, which is knowing your power and who you are. You've been fighting for this to happen. That like I'm really feeling like now is the time to put down the fight and just trust that instead of being prepared to fight, instead of doing that, knowing that when something does come to you, that you do need to step into this Queen of Wands and asserting your power, that you've given yourself enough respect to be able to do that in that moment. So it can lie dormant in the moments where you can be in temperance, like you can be in peace, in elegance, and all of that, but always backed up by the knowing that you have the power to step into authority whenever you want, that you don't have to project a certain kind of a self onto others, that you're always the nice person, that you can actually be the strong, I've got my wand, and then you can put down all of these wands that are preparing for fights, because you know that you can trust you're powerful enough to be elegant, you're powerful enough to be serene, you're powerful enough to be all of those things. Because at any given moment when something does really push you into a corner, you go, no, don't do that, because I know my power. So that was for Jules. Midge. I'll just take a drink. Sorry, guys. Midge. Midge. We have the Tree of Life for you, Midge. So the Tree of Life is... Okay, number 7 is really standing out for me just as I point to it. 7 is going through some lessons in your life so that you can see your true reflection. But the 7, when it is connected to the 9 and the 8, the 9 is a completion of the lessons, and the 8 is awareness of abundance. So there might be something in your reality where you're trying to seek abundance in an outside way of looking outside yourself and trying to make everything work outside yourself, and they're asking you to come back to the lesson that everything is reflected to you, and then that in that reflection that happens, you see your true authentic self, you come into completion, you then realize that the abundance always came from within you and how you felt about yourself. So that's what I'm getting for you. Okay, that was Midge. Shanti. Yay, I actually did see your message, Shanti, so that's cool. You're welcome, Jules. You're welcome, Paula. Yeah, I will, Mark. I have been resting. I feel really good this morning, so. Okay, so we've got a card for Shanti, wasn't it? Queen of Swords in reverse, Shanti, popped out for you. That in my mind, I'm seeing you, I don't know, you might have even had this same message last week. Letting go of all of the thoughts in your mind, like they're falling like upright. This is an intelligence, awareness of self. And this is like letting go. I see it like all of that intelligence that you have, that you are, and you're amazing, that you are that intelligent. They're asking you to let it go. It's like really interesting to trust your vibration more than your intelligence. So to do that, you need to just let go of, I know everything and how it all works, and just come back to how do I feel, how do I feel, how do I feel. Just forget about the working of it. Like they're literally showing me the Queen upside down, and out of her head comes all of this wisdom, and they're just saying, let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. And then they're showing me the Queen of Swords going, how does that feel? It's really interesting. Okay, Shanti, that was for you. Who else have we got here? Okay, I'm just going to have to go to the top of, because I can't scroll down on this at the moment. Sorry, it's gone to Joe. I might have missed a couple of people there. I'm sorry if I did. Joe. Joe, everything's wanting to come out for you. Joe. Joe, so you have the Four of Cups, Joe. So for you, you're finally seeing the value in what the universe wants to gift you, opposed to what you created through logic and was able to, like in the past, you would have filled your cup with how the program worked, and I think you became very, very good at it. And now they're asking you to look at something totally new coming to you from a shift in your vibration, which is reflecting in God handing you a gift. So I literally see reality handing you a gift, universe, prime creator, and you going, wow, that just appeared just because I feel I deserve, rather than I had to work really hard for it. That's what I'm getting from that. Yeah. Okay, so that was for Joe. Liz. Yeah, it's flicking up a lot, so I just have to go with, because I'm going through Zoom through YouTube and different. Okay, I can't really get to the chat bar. I just have to follow it. So we'll go with, can you pick a card for me, Liz? Okay, Chicky Rogue, I will pull a card for you. I realise you have to go, and you can rewatch this. That's no worries. So, Liz. Nice. King of Coins came out for you, Liz. So there might be somebody, a male figure that's coming into your reality that's here to show you how to reach more abundance in your life. I literally see something practical happening with this. Like literally a man coming in and going, hey, here's a gift of some sort. Practical, maybe even practical advice for you to gain abundance. Something like that. More, it feels very practical for me anyway. Chicky Road, and then Arthur as well. So I'll go Chicky Road so I don't forget her. Oh yeah, wow, hiya. Okay, Chicky Rogue, you got the devil. And the devil can be that you are experimenting with what you really love to do in your reality, but not being confined by the allure of addictions through that. So in other words, you know, in society we say to each other, you shouldn't do that because you'll become addicted, but then you cut it out completely. Sometimes it's just nice if you have enough true support of yourself to try something like that, but just under a controlled mannerism of you knowing that you are you're always in charge. Nobody else has your reins. The outside force can't control you, that sort of thing. But like, I see you dipping into a lolly basket and going, you know what, I'm just going to try this out. It's okay just to dip in and try a lolly or two, even though in my reality I was always eating healthy all the time, and then I ended up getting sick anyway. That's the sort of feeling I'm getting. So why not just try, one lolly or two in my diet, and I feel happy, and then you feel so content and happy that you don't get sick. So that sort of thing, but always being in control and realizing that you're only going to take a couple. You're not going to take the whole basket and eat it all at once and gorge yourself and then want more and more and more and more and more. That's the devil. That is what the devil does. It lures you in and makes you held bondage by that allure. So just be careful of that while you do step into just trusting that you're allowed to do things that make you happy as well. So who else have we got here? I think I've missed a couple of people, sorry. Keep saying that, don't I? I really don't like missing people, that's why. Okay. So, Midge agreed, nice. We have, yes please, if you have time, Jamie. Everyone's so nice in my chat bar. They're so polite. You guys are beautiful. Joe, love it. Thank you. You're very, very welcome, Joe. Jamie. They're showing me a card called Maturity in another deck. Ripeness, ready to pick the fruit. Justice. So something is going to be weighed up here. Might even be that you've gone through some sort of battle and you're now seeing the karmic response of you being in the truth of who you were through that whole thing. Justice can go forth in both ways. Remember, if you've done wrong to others, karmically in justice, you will end up getting wrong done to you. But I'm feeling it's more the other way around because they showed me the maturity card with ripeness and you picking the fruit, that it would be more that you are mature enough now to weigh the scales. And the scales, when they are weighed, you know how they always have that saying, light as a feather, or is your heart as light as a feather, then you can enter into this next reality. That's when everything starts to change because your heart becomes just a pureness of itself without any sort of restrictions. And so you know who you are and you step into this balanced justice and you end up seeing outside of you karmic things coming your way. Look, 10 of coins also jumped out. That is abundance flowing to you. Yeah, so nice. Sasha. Liz, wow. Sasha. Sasha, Sasha. Ooh, quite a few came out there, but it's too many, so I'll put them back and do it again. Sasha. Message for Sasha. Okay, so Sasha, you got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is starting a whole, it's like, aces are always new beginnings. But Wands is all in the practical form, like in your reality, having a practical approach to things from a new way. Almost also they're showing me that like you're literally going to see things coming into your reality in a practical way, like I don't know, new furniture or something like that, new things that are coming in your reality from this new energy that you're stepping into. Like you're seeing it grounded. You're starting to see your who you are and shifting into that, grounding into your reality, or see bits. It's only new beginnings, so it'll be maybe little things to begin with, or something like that. Have a brilliant day, everyone. Shanti. I would love to pull a card, and if it feels right, Bobby, I'd love one. Fine, we will talk. Mark. Okay, Mark. I'll go Mark, and then I'll go N. Mark. Mark, you got the Chariot card in reverse. So Chariot is moving forward and being in balance with yourself. So in reverse, I'm feeling like this is like really what you are striving to do, is to find balance within yourself so that you can just fire ahead forward. But there needs to be a balance first. In reverse. Okay, also in reverse, I'm seeing them, they're showing me the horses upside down, and their galloping feet are like not grass, not, if they're up the right way, they'll be moving because they're touching the soil, so they're moving. But when they're upside down, they're just like floundering in the air kind of thing and not moving, but they're doing a lot of exercise. So just be aware that you're not trying to do something and it's ending up being a lot of energy involved but not getting anywhere, because it's just a matter of you grounding yourself and coming into balance, and then trying it, and then stepping into whatever you're doing again. So finding balance within yourself before you do that, then you will have the feet, well, they're actually saying the wind beneath my wings, is what they're telling me, the wind beneath your wings after that. So we have N. Three cards came out for you, and so I'll do these very quickly. So we had the King of Swords was the first one that came out. So somebody might come into your reality that's a masculine person that has an intellect that matches yours, where you just can converse everything together and you feel really good about everything. This is creating a community within you, like a group of people within your reality that you can start to celebrate, because you're finally like, wow, met somebody that I can talk to about anything. This is fun, this is exciting, it's intelligence, it's right up my core. It's like, it's interesting. See, in even the Knight of Swords, but it was in reverse. So somebody might be coming in soon for you, because the Knight of Swords is a message coming of intelligence, and in reverse it's coming soon. So because you've got the King first, it's definitely coming. They might be maybe they're seeming like they're not all that, but it's not until you get to know them a bit better that you realize, oh, they're actually the King of Swords. I thought that they were just, the same as what I'm always used to, somebody who's not quite the king, but they are the king. So in that, because you give them the opportunity to become more, or to share more of themselves with you, you end up celebrating. You're welcome, Jamie. Thank you for that love. Good evening from UK, from Free Speech. You realise, we totally in line with other messages. I had better get better at chilling. I better get better at chilling. Yeah. And honestly, I don't remember from week to week the messages that I give you, because many of them are channeled. So I'm just doing what the energy is for you guys in that moment. You're welcome, Sasha. So good to see you guys. Okay, well, I think that's all. If I've missed someone, just jump on now and quickly say I'll do maybe one more reading if I've forgotten somebody. And other than that, it'll be till next week. So, yeah, look out for my interview with Kevin Moore in another month or so. That was something that I was really pulled to do, and it seems to be all falling into place for me with everything. So I'm excited about life. Arthur, you go, me please, Bobby, just as I picked up the animal shaman card, so I'll take one out for you. I will, Jules. I'm feeling a lot better now, so that's cool. Just needed to get myself in balance with all this wonderful juicy stuff that's coming into my reality. Okay, Arthur. Oh, that just flew out for you, Arthur. Horse, freedom, stepping into your freedom. Okay, it says, your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So this is the time for you, Arthur, to really step into your power of who you know you are now. It's kind of like, well, I found out who I was. I've got used to who I am, and now I'm just going for it. I'm just going for it. Just go for it. I think you've got every bit of magnificence and power and support with you now. So don't be afraid to plow ahead. Okay, love you guys heaps. You guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for being my support and for sharing, liking, and subscribing. Thank you so much for everything that you do for me, and I'm so happy to be able to